Pisces, welcome to your March 2017 forecast. This is Valentine, who's come to join us, or at least listen. So Pisces, you have survived the new moon solar eclipse. I used to watch this guy on the internet actually, who was an astrologer, who was really cool, and I can't remember what his name is now. But whenever he used to get to Pisces, you might know who he is, he used to go, Pisces, Pisces, all the way. And I feel at the moment like saying that to you, Pisces, because it is. It's Pisces, Pisces all the way this month. Well, actually, it might be Pisces, Pisces all the way over the next few weeks, to be honest. I know that we've had the solar eclipse last weekend in our sign, but it kind of feels to me, I'm a Pisces, it kind of feels to me like a bit like a tsunami, you know, when the rumbling of it and the power behind it, it's a long time before the wave hits, and I feel that we're in a kind of a lull situation. You know, in terms of tarot, it might be called a hanged man. Some of us, or certainly I can feel like waiting for something to happen, like we're on the precipice of something. Now I know we are just starting to crawl into spring, aren't we? So, anywho, what I'm going to do, Pisces, I'm going to do a general and spiritual reading first, and then I'm going to do a love reading. So we're going to have a bit of both, and I'm going to do it intuitively, so let's see. Ooh, they're ready. Let's see where the cards take us. I'm going to start off with Rider-Waite, and then I've got a whole load of new cards for my birthday. I've got some gorgeous oracle cards, some love cards. Some of them are just beautiful and very accurate as well. Oh yes. Let's see, Pisces. I'm going to do 6. I'm going to have a look. What have we got for Pisces? General and spiritual. Goodness, Pisces. Right, we'll have the other 3. Sometimes I do 9, sometimes I do 6. God, what's going on? What is going on? That one's going on. That one's going on. Well, I can't wait to do the love reading, Pisces, because there's certainly things afoot in our lives. Oh yes, and that one. Right, let's have a look at these 3 bottom ones as well. Cripes. Okay. Queen of Cups in the reverse. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's okay, folks, it's my reading too. 8 of Wands. 4 of Wands in the reverse. 6 of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Wands. 9 of Wands in the reverse. And the good old Knight of Swords. He pops up a lot, doesn't he, Pisces? Especially in our readings. The first word I can think of when I look at this reading, Pisces, is frustration. Frustration. This card, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is the card of someone who is calculating how much work they've put into something, and it's coming up short. They're wondering why they've put that much work into something. Now, this is the part of the reading that is work, spirituality, general life. So, like I said, I feel we've had this eclipse. I feel a lot of us have been in a rut for, I mean, this series of Virgo, Pisces, they're on the same axis. These eclipses started in 2015. I think it was in March 2015, I think. So we've had 2 years. That was the last one of the series that we had last weekend. And it's going, the effects of it, the ripples of it, the waves of it, especially in ripply, wavy speak, because we're Pisceans, is going to be felt until between now and August, but particularly over the next 6 weeks. Some of us are feeling damned impatient. And I'm not surprised. I mean, we've been stuck for such a long time in these ruts. I mean, there was a time, wasn't there, about a year ago when I remember doing readings then or listening to other readings on YouTube, and we were getting the Tower, we were getting the Seven of Swords, we were getting the whole lot. It doesn't seem like we're still in that kind of negativity where it's actually people stabbing in the back. But I feel that a lot of us are dying to move on, but we're not quite there yet. We've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of us have got some fantastic ideas for business, for moving on with our lives, for running our own show that aren't quite happening yet. We've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Some of us have been feeling defensive. We've been defending. There's there's such a lot of wands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands cards out of 9. But all of them in the reverse except the Eight of Wands. Except the Eight of Wands. Communication. Some of us are busily setting things up like there's no tomorrow, making connections, writing emails, doing our thing on social media. Some of us are connecting, we're trying to build connections, but it isn't quite the time yet. And you can see this from the Four of Wands in reverse as well. This is when things take material shape. Things are not taking material shape for us yet. Now we have a full moon in our opposite sign of Virgo on the 12th of March, and then a new moon on the 27th. For some of us, I won't talk too much about the full moon because I know for some of us that will be the culmination of decisions about partnerships, and that will be in the love reading that I'm going to do next. We also have Venus in retrograde. I think it's going retrograde today, actually, the 4th of March till the 21st of April. Now, what that means, especially in terms of this, is many things, but it's to do with decoration, anything to do with beauty. And let's say you decided you've had long hair for 10 years. Don't go and get that drastic haircut when Venus is retrograde, because Venus rules the visage, the face. You won't like the results. It will be random. It will not be pleasing to you. It's like the wind is not behind you for that haircut. Don't go buying loads of, it's okay to have your normal haircut or to buy your normal clothes, but don't go for a makeover or a change of look or decorating a house, or even it's not a great time to start relationships. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's not a great time to sign contracts for new jobs, especially if those jobs are the female industry and the beauty industry, or if your audience is women. Think of it in terms of Venus. If you are a hairdresser, don't sign a new contract until really into May, because it goes back again the 21st of April, but you've got to give it a couple of weeks after that. So this is feeling frustrating, and I can tell as well, because we've got the Queen of Cups and she's in the reverse. We're a little bit out of our element. There we are in the right way up with our feet in the water, you know, doing our Pisces thing, feeling, intuition, manifesting, because we're good at that. But I feel we're doing a lot, we're putting a lot in, we're putting a lot of intentions, but we're not seeing the goods. But timing is everything, isn't it? This reading makes it clear, and the fact that Venus went into retrograde today, that especially for anyone in expressive arts, beauty, anything like that, it's not the time to stick your wands in the ground. It's not the time to stick your wands in the ground. Still communicate though, still what we call lay pipe, still you know, solicit those emails, make the connections with people. Pisceans are brilliant networkers, just the best at networking, partly because they can almost chameleon-like change their identity to suit the person they're speaking to, so they generally don't offend people and people tend to warm to them, which is brilliant for networking. Keep networking, especially if you do have a business idea, because come the late spring, come into May, and these things will really flower. We've also got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. For some of us, I'm getting at work, it could be a female boss who's biting us on the bum a little bit. We can't quite win with that. Some of us as well have a boss we don't like and we're dissatisfied with our job. And again, I'm just looking for my oracle cards here. It's not yet the time to move. It's not the time for bold moves. If you can hear screeching in the background, that's my son on his Xbox. He's not being tortured yet. I'm just going to have a look. These are Sonia Coquette. I think it's Coquette. Ask your guides, just to get a little bit. Because my gun Pisces, we need a bit of guidance. We need a break. And the thing is though, divine timing and even Pisces timing, which is pretty divine actually, we are well connected in the timing stakes. You know what happens when you push when it isn't the time. The results come out flat, or you have to redo everything later, don't you? You sign the contract and it all falls apart, and then you end up picking it apart for the next God knows how long. You have to go downstream, you have to go with the flow. Particularly Pisces, it hurts us to go against the flow. Let's have a look at a couple of these and just see what the guidance is, what we can ask our guides to help us in our work. Spirituality, nice. Okay. We've got truth and the higher self. And we've got priorities, master teacher. Wow. I'm just going to see. I don't know if you remember, we were talking about the rituals for the new moon solar eclipse. That was last weekend. These need to continue, particularly when we have the full moon in Virgo on the 12th of March. This is a time we need to keep up our intentions. The material world is definitely not particularly our friend at the moment. Like I say, it's not time to put your stakes in the ground, but it is spiritually time to do that. We need to get very authentic about what we want, where we want to go, in the way that Pisces do, not in the kind of checking things off on a chart kind of a way, but in the how we feel about things kind of a way. We need to get in touch with our higher selves. We need to be authentic in order to manifest, so that when this does come, we're building up a big, I was going to say big ball of goodness, but that sounds grim, doesn't it? We're building up things that will pop out and manifest in the real world when the time is right. As part of that, some of us, I would say, usually with Pisceans, we have particular favourites, you know, people that we look up to. I mean, I liked Wayne Dyer, actually. I know he's died, hasn't he, in the last couple of years. But I like Eckhart Tolle and Wayne Dyer. So look to your master teachers. Look to people who can inspire you. Surround yourself with inspirational, even just your friends. Don't spend time at this time with people who are a drain, because you're already feeling quite drained. Spend time with people who fill you up more, people who bring something to the table spiritually, people who have something to teach you. You often find with Pisceans that they have a lot to teach other people, and they freely give information. Pisceans, it's about the to and the fro and the flow of information, and they're happy to give it. But sometimes that can be very draining, especially when people take that information and run with it, and they're not, it's not like, you know, you have to have something back, or there's an equal what you give and take. It's not about that, but it is about, it's what Rory Ray would call the water wheel. You know, the water wheel's giving back, but it's also pouring water on both people. And Pisces is all about that. There is a wheel. There is a cycle. It's important for us to be replenished as well as to give out. Otherwise, you just run out. Pisces will go on and on and on, especially in this kind of environment of frustration. I was going to say post-apocalypse then. Post-eclipse or apocalypse. We run out of, we give and give and give, and then suddenly one day you feel like you can't get out of bed. You just completely physically and mentally run out of energy. And that doesn't do us any good at all, because we can get quite down. And with this kind of frustrating kind of atmosphere, we don't need to add to that. So let's have a look for the love reading, people. God, fingers crossed for the love reading. Now, I know some of us in the full moon in Virgo, which is our opposite sign. This is on the 12th, which will be a week from now. Some of us have decisions to make about partnerships. I think these are already in the offing, aren't they, really? Some of us already did, unfortunately, make snap decisions, not in a bad way, but we were forced into making decisions during the eclipse. I know a lot of the comments that you left me were people who'd had a bit of a rude awakening over the eclipse, finding out about third parties, or just having to let someone go. So some of us have already done that. They're ready. But others still have decisions to make. And some of these decisions are happy decisions about solidifying relationships or solidifying a breakup. I feel it's one way or the other. Let's have a look. Now, I've drawn 6 because I've got some lovely love oracle cards. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Pisces all the way. We need it. We need it. Sneaky old 7 of Swords, what I call my foxy snake card, is in the mix. This card, I talked about this card, didn't I? I said, I jinxed it at the beginning of the reading. I said way back when we used to get Seven of Swords in the Tower. Again, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This time it's the Page of Swords in the reverse. The Moon. The Six of Cups in the reverse. The Four of Wands in the reverse. This little story I'm getting here, Pisces, may only resonate with some of you, but it's extremely clear to me. Some of you are involved with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. And for some of you, there's been some sneaky beaky behaviour. Seven of Swords, the snaky fox card. Someone's taken something from you. It's either trust, money, it's the Thief card. It's in the reverse. That card just ain't no good, as they say. It's a sneaky trick. Someone has pulled a sneaky trick. Now, because we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse, for some of you it's to do with an ex who returned, or someone who there's been a push and pull, stop and start relationship with, and it's not worked. Maybe there's been a reconciliation and it's falling apart. There were hopes for this, hopes for a homestead, there were hopes for families, there's hopes for commitment, and those hopes, they haven't come to fruition. Some of you, there's been a third party, fire sign female involved, Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo, or at least a woman who behaves like that, or someone who's quite brash and bossy, has been there behind the scenes, and there's been some sneaky behaviour. Some of us have discovered this at the time of the new moon solar eclipse, and maybe it's still in the offing. Some of us, this will come to light, as things do, on the full moon in Virgo, when we're solidifying partnerships one way or the other. That's on the 12th of March. Let me get a couple of clarifiers, please. And then we'll have a look at some love oracles for the future. What we can look forward to once we've cleared this out. So can we clarify for Pisces, please? Can we clarify the Seven of Swords? One. These are my little mini tarot cards by a company called WordPress. Really sweet, actually. Brilliant for carrying around with you for the inevitable time when your friends ask you for a tarot reading on the hoof, in the gym, at their house, at a party. That's what happens when you do tarot, isn't it? That one. I like to wait until these ones either fall on the floor or fall out. Apologies if we're losing the light. Ooh, the World. Two major arcana have come out. And the Hermit. Some of us might be dealing with a Virgo. That's the Hermit card. I feel more like, though, some of us are behaving like hermits, as in we've kind of had enough. But it is all part of divine timing. It is cyclical. There is a cycle. Pisceans are moving through a cycle. This cycle of eclipses is determined to clear out anything that is toxic, anything that stops your stops your star from shining bright will be cleared out. Truths will be revealed. It's not a bad thing to be a hermit for the moment, just in the short term, while Venus is retrograde. Just March is perhaps not going to be the month, you know, to get your red high heels on and go out dancing. I mean, go out and flirt, but it's not the time for maybe finding the one, perhaps. Let me have a look. These are Love Pack. Tell me a bit more. And then what I'll also do as well, for single Pisceans, I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Because we're not all caught up in this Seven of Swords, sneaky, foxy, snaky, fox snake. Okay, that one. But I just want a bit more clarity about it. Okay. Thank you, Tarot. Holding on. You see, there's a woman actually holding on to a man's leg as he's trying to come out of the door. I think we all know what this means, don't we? Stop holding on. Let it go. Let it go. If we're coming up to this full moon in a week's time and you've got second thoughts and you're wondering what to do, adios. Adios. Self-worth and healing. This is where we're at, Pisces. Self-worth and healing. Licking our wounds. Putting ourselves first. Champion. We are the champion. We have to be the champion. Now I'm going to pull. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? For single Pisceans, looking for love. Romance Angel Oracle cards, please. And actually, for Pisceans who are telling someone to walk out of the door, why not? Why not look to the future? Because actually, in a cycle, you know, when the old goes, the new does come in. And by God, it's our time soon. It is. Actually, I can feel it. I don't know about you, other fellow Pisceans. I'm Pisces, Pisces rising. So if it's a Pisces feeling, I've got it. I do honestly feel it. But you really do have to walk through the turds to get to the rubies, don't you? That one. So single Pisceans and Pisceans looking for love. And those of us that are broken-hearted, who are closing the door and not hanging on to anybody's leg. I had a friend once, this is awful, but we've all done stuff like this. I had a friend once who, when a guy was trying to leave, she stole one of his shoes. It didn't work. It never does it? Yes, people! Yes! Okay, we'll take all of these. Very soon. Very soon. Now, the important part about the very soon card is we all get excited because we see a handsome man and there's a clinch and we think, brilliant, very soon. You can't just sit back and allow this ex, excuse my French, to dick you around any longer if you want very soon to come in, because very soon won't come. It won't come knocking if someone's on the sofa already. If there's a bum on the seat, they're going to go away again. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This is about clearing out, letting Mr. Suitcase walk out of the door. You, Pisces, you have the world at your feet. That's what very soon means. Nevertheless, it's great. Especially for single Pisceans. Then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of this holiday time together. So, together with passion. Look at this, people. Honeymoon and passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It won't be just your heart and soul that's singing with joy if this comes to pass. Fantastic, people. I can feel that. I can feel it on the horizon, but we are not there yet. We are battered and bruised from this eclipse. Battered and bruised from this person. You're going to know, I'm just getting a animal spirit guide message because I feel like it. Actually, I feel like we need it. These are Stephen Farmer. Beautiful cards. They actually kind of feel like wood. Amazing. I'm just going to draw one just to give us... We need all the help we can get, Pisces. We need all the help we can get. It's actually starting to get dark. Sorry if the light keeps going weird. It's because it's getting dark outside. Oh, it's that one. Very clearly I feel it's that one. Oh, they feel so cool, these cards. Oh, wow! Woo! That's such a gorgeous card. Now, most Pisceans are creative. Painters, dancers, poets, that kind of thing. Or just Pisceans themselves, that's creative enough, just being one of those. And rather gorgeously, we've got unicorn. You may be feeling like a hermit, but don't be afraid to let your imagination run wild, Pisces. Especially when it comes to dreaming up what you want next. When you're dreaming up this, put your Pisces imagination into it. Let it run riot. Indulge your creative, imaginative and magical side through some form of artistic impression. Do you know what just came into my head? Paint your ideal partner. Now that doesn't matter because I can't paint, I can't draw. But even if you represent them by a big red heart, get a big red crayon, and that can be your manifestation ritual. Big, big, big heart. Anything like that. Or if you are a painter, lose yourself in that. Lose yourself in singing, dancing, writing, any of those expressive things. Because while this material world is getting its act together, behind the scenes we need to be manifesting, Pisces. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Share this with your friends, your Piscean friends, or Pisces, or people who've got Pisces rising, Pisces moon, all that stuff. If you want a private reading, you can book down below using the PayPal link. It's 3 to 4 day wait at the moment, which isn't too bad. Now I've got my act together a bit. So I'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out my daily tarot readings. I upload at about 6 o'clock every evening UK time. So yeah, check those out as well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.